How's it going, everyone? We've got Gina's bus here, which is almost ready for paint. She's been sanding it for most of the day and through the weekend. And today we got a problem with Dale's bus. Unfortunately, he lost a pulley on the front. I believe it's the idler pulley. I got to still get in there and take a look at it. But we're going to be digging into Dale's engine today a bit and trying to get this thing fixed, because he's actually going to be heading back to Florida in about 2 weeks. So I need to get this thing figured out so he's able to drive down there safely. Talking about broken down buses, we officially got an update on Ivan.
We got an update on Ivan? What is it? Don't leave him in suspense.
Do you know what happened to Ivan?
Let's just put it this way. It wasn't Mike's fault.
So I gotta grab some tools to get into Dale's engine and get some of the parts removed. But essentially what happened to Ivan, we got the transmission ordered when I left Colorado, or so I thought we had the transmission ordered when we left Colorado. I called every week to the distributor who was sending the transmission. They kept saying, it's on order, it's on order, it's coming, it's coming. And last week I found out that it was never ordered and they don't have any receipt for the order being made. So that was kind of a shock to me. What ended up happening is there was a miscommunication between the distributor and the shipper, and pretty much it was lost in transmission right there. Hopefully we're gonna get this transmission in the next week sent out to Colorado, and then the mechanics can be able to put it in for me. Then we can fly back out and get Ivan. But you know, at this point, Gina's leaving in about 3-4 weeks. Dale's gonna be heading out in 2 weeks. So timing wise, it's gonna work out pretty perfectly at this point. It does stink that Ivan isn't on schedule of where we thought it was. But, you know, at this point, I can help Dale get ready, get his engine fixed. We can get Gina's bus put back together. And then, you know, Ivan will hopefully coming back right around that time period, which means we'll be ready to go with getting Ivan back on the road.
Did Gina say she didn't get the update?
No, she never got the update.
I guess she'll have to do like everybody else and just wait for the next video then.
Well, Dale, but this is the next video, which means she just found out, because the clip that me telling everyone is right before this clip.
Okay.
So at this point in time, she technically knows.
Okay, well, good for her. Does everybody else know now?
Everyone else knows now too.
Oh, well, all right. Well, let me go back to work here. I got things to do.
All right, well, actually, can you start your engine? I need to identify what actually is going on, and we need to check the pulley and stuff.
Let me get this one screw in.
All right. That didn't take very long at all to find out what was wrong. Dale, you can turn it off. It's pretty obvious what the issue is.
What's the issue, Mike?
I'm pretty sure you lost your idler.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. No.
So me, you, and Badger all concur then.
Yep.
As I said, it's pretty much a one-man workspace up there. So Mike's gonna work on the engine. I'm gonna continue putting roof in.
And then hopefully that takes me like no time at all, and then I can get to helping you on the ceiling.
Let's hope so.
Dale, we got like 2.5 weeks till you leave.
I know.
We gotta get
time's
moving.
getting short.
We gotta get moving.
And I told you, Mike, whatever gets done, gets done. I'm here to help you. And I know you've got a lot of other obligations coming up in the next week and a half, 2 weeks. So we're just gonna take it easy. What I want to know.
We're not taking it easy. The engine is gonna be pretty dark, and I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to show on camera, but the first thing I'm gonna have to do to get this idler off is get the belt, the serpentine belt, so that I can actually then remove the part without having the tension on it. So I just got my ratchet inside the tensioner, and now I just gotta loosen it. So far, so good. Moving forward. So is Dale and so is Gina. I can't complain. Guys, this is the moment where things just got worse. Dale doesn't know it yet. Hey Dale.
Yo.
I got bad news for you. Come around to the other side. All right, Dale. We said it was the idler, right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure about this one, Dale.
Holy shit. Maybe that's the one. Holy camole.
Dale, I'm not supposed to be able to take that off with my hand. I don't know how this thing was still running, man. Woohoo! Hey Gina! Gina, where are you? Gina, guess what?
What?
Dale's bus is more broken than yours.
I can't be happy about that.
So this is not the pulley that I was going after. I still have to get the other one off, but this one came off a lot easier. Supervisor?
Hey, crew, fix that. You know that part you said about should we move the bus before we
I'm pretty sure we should have moved the bus before I took this off. Actually, you know what? We could take Navi and we can just move the bus. We could use my bus to tow your bus.
Well, wait a minute. We can just stick that back on there. It didn't come off. Just shove it back on there.
What
It
happened?
fell off in his hand.
All right, Gina. Right there. That's what happened. His coolant pump. So, Dale, I think you lost something.
No, it's right here on the ground.
Oh, you found it. Oh, you found it. Oh, there it is.
So do you already have the new part?
No, we didn't even know we needed that part.
We thought we needed
that's
the
a
other.
whole new
No,
problem.
that's not the idler. That's the coolant pump. We know the idler's bad. That's different.
Sorry, Dale. I feel like I shouldn't complain about my bus as much anymore.
All right, I just spoke to Badge. If you guys don't know, my friend Badge, who lives up in Canada, he's got a YouTube channel. He's an amazing mechanic, and he's my go-to person who's taught me pretty much everything I know about diesel engines and school buses. I just called him on the phone to ask him about kind of the best way to tackle this situation, just to make sure that I'm going about it correctly. I got to pull the whole front end of Dale's engine apart and go through the entire system, get the pulley or the water pump pulled out. Then we got to change the idler and all these other parts. So, Dale, you might be seeing snow.
I might be flying home.
All right, well, the slacker bus is slacking, and we got to get it back and working. So, hood's got to come off, front end's got to come off. Here we go. All right, Dale.
Got the radiator up now. We're about 10% into the job.
I think your bus is missing a few parts.
They're not missing.
Yeah, they're right there. Dale, we figured out a few new things, which I guess is a good thing. I mean, if it's gonna rain, let's let it pour. Let's go through the hurricane and we'll fix it all up. One thing that I noticed, which I feel like we started with the idler, it went to the idler and the water pump, and now I'll show you guys this part over here. This is Dale's intercooler, and if any of you out there are diesel mechanics, you know there's not supposed to be oil in there. I think we found another issue that we're gonna have to take a look at. But once again, his engine's still in good shape. It didn't blow up, it didn't overrun. It's kind of a good thing that we caught this right now, because Dale could have really been in some serious big trouble if we didn't catch these issues. We got a bus that's ripped apart. We got all the parts here on the ground. We still got to get that whole shroud off and some other parts so we can actually get into the pulley system. It all started with that one. Then it turned into that one. You can see here on this side, we got a whole bunch of oil in the pipe. Well, Dale, like you said, 10%. We're 10% there.
So what do you think is next? We gotta get shroud off.
At this point, we got the fan shroud off. So we have the fan right here, which is attached to the water pump. The water pump, it's a little hard to see behind the fan, but this is the pulley that broke right here. And then it goes pretty much this entire piece that my hand's touching. So what we're gonna do at this point is I think I'm gonna tarp this thing off for the night because it's gonna start raining tomorrow. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Besides, I also have to get Gina's bus still fixed and ripped apart. We figured out actually what's wrong with Gina's bus. Might as well just get into that real quick too. We're talking about Ivan, talking about Dale's bus. I know a lot of people in the comments have been suggesting this, and we've been kind of trying not to go here just yet. But at this point, if you've been watching the previous videos, you know that we've been kind of spending as little bit of money as possible on her bus, just trying to see if it will fix itself through just cleaning out the filters, flushing out some of the systems. Unfortunately, it's come to the point where I'm pretty sure the pump right here, the fuel is going up into the engine, and then overnight it is draining back and leaking out right here. So when she's starting it in the morning, there's actually no fuel in the line, and all the fuel's right here. So we've been kind of watching this and collecting it. So the next thing that I'm going to be getting onto her bus is going to be checking out this pump. Not too sure, but you know, once again, we're just going to keep you know, working at it, guessing at it. But Dale's bus rips apart. Gina's bus is ripped apart. Navi's, you know, okay, she's sitting over there. And Ivan's got the transmission over in Colorado. So we are just 4-0, or 3 for 4.
Feel like the Yankees at this point.
Yeah. At least it matches the color of your bus.
Hey, it's looking good.
Yeah, it looks great.
Nobody ever knows.
You know what we're just making it a flat nose. We're making it a flat nose.
It's a foot too long, so we took the hood off,
Yeah.
the radiator.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, everything's gonna be fine. It's all right. It will turn on. It will work.
I'm gonna make it into like a VW, make it air cool.
Welcome back to another day. I'm just about to get laid underneath Gina's bus to get started looking at this fuel pump. I'm hoping that this is going to be the final issue in the saga of Gina's bus not starting. You know, we've just been throwing a whole bunch of ideas at it, keep kind of going down the list. I'm hoping that it's not going to be that big of a fix and that she's going to get this thing all good to go and started. She's still sanding. We're almost ready for paint. That's going to be coming really soon. It's going to have to come because the temperatures are dropping. Yeah, we know about Dale's engine. Hey Gina.
Hey Mike.
I think I found it.
Okay, do tell.
All right, you're gonna come under the bus with me. So Gina and I, welcome to underneath Gina's bus. Hi,
This is not fun. Just
Yeah,
anyone
so
who's
Gina,
wondering.
you see all this dripping right here?
I do.
I'll show you guys on the camera. I know it's dark. You have a little inline primer bowl right there. There's a little fuel pump right here. So give me your finger, and I just want you to touch right there. You're gonna get diesel on it, but just touch right there.
Okay. It's not getting stuff to prime it. It's not getting fuel.
Yeah.
So that we gotta change?
Yep. I don't know what the part's called. Someone out there who's a lot smarter than me can tell me. But there's like a primer pump that is on an inline section of the fuel system. It looks like it's leaking, so which means when Gina turns the key and it says like wait to start, and it's trying to, get the whole system going, getting ready to start, the glow plugs are going, there's no fuel going because the pump doesn't work. So after a long adventure over the last few videos of changing a battery, changing lines.
It needed to be done anyway, honestly.
It did.
The other stuff.
Yeah, changing filters and all that, but at this point I think we figured out why it's not getting fuel to start.
It makes sense.
One in doubt, I mean, even in this video, I know we've done a lot of mechanics and a lot of things that some people out there might be like, I am never doing that, Mike. I'm never gonna rip the front of my engine apart. I'm never gonna do this type of thing. You don't necessarily have to, but if you do, we're just following the process of just keep it simple.
If you're a single woman and you've ever tried to go to a diesel mechanic, it's nice that you would maybe have a clue because they'll take you for a ride.
And you just wanna take it step by step. Start with the simple stuff, move forward. Life is simple. We make it complicated. Let's not overcomplicate the buses. Let's just start with the stuff that we know is wrong, fix them, test it, fix them, test them, fix it. And now I think we found a part that I can't imagine costs more than $50, and it could be the whole issue. So we were going to change like a fuel pump and all this other stuff, which would have cost hundreds of dollars. This is definitely the way to go.
This is on the start small list.
Yes, definitely. All right, I just ran inside real quick to look up the part and see what was actually going on. I found the part from the VIN number on Amazon. Actually, I couldn't pull it up on Napa or anything. Looks like the part's about $60. It's called the electronic fuel pump or the lift pump. That's the part, pretty much. It actually doesn't look like that bad of a fix, It's gonna be pretty easy. So I'm not gonna rip apart Gina's bus at this point because then we can't move it. And I just went down to the auto parts store and got the part ordered. It's gonna be coming in tomorrow. And I also spoke to him about the parts on Dale's bus. And what they told me is that there's apparently two different types of water pumps for this model engine. So what they are asking me to do is just rip it out. I'm gonna bring it down to them and then we can just match it up directly to make sure we get the correct one. I really don't wanna order one, get the wrong one, ship it back, order the other one, then have it right. We just don't have that much time to play with between now and winter. We're gonna go back to Dale's bus and actually get this thing ripped out and figure out what we can do with the fan clutch. You gotta get rid of the man glitter and you gotta go back to the oil.
I'm already back to the grease.
So we're gonna figure out how to take this thing out. I think I'm gonna try to get to the bolts without taking the fan clutch off and just see if I can pull off the whole assembly. It's all gonna get replaced now at this point anyway. We're just gonna move forward with it. Number one bolt out of your water pump. We're we're 10% like before. 1 of 10, Dale. We're 10%. We're always 10%. All right, I'm gonna go get a bag real quick so we can put all the parts in a bag and label it. All right, Dale. Now your engine's totally ripped apart.
Hey, I wish you'd quit taking things off of this thing. Well, as long as you plan on putting it all back.
Well, we got it off, so now we can bring it in and go get it ordered at least.
Oh, look, we can get the belt off now, too.
That was what we were trying to do the whole time. We were just trying to take the belt off the whole time, of course.
Look. No, this is a little bit big even for me. But we will replace this while we got it off, and I'll keep this one as a spare. It would be a shame to do all this work, not replace that belt, and then go 6 months from now, go, oh, the belt just came off. I'm saying anything at this point that we can replace or we think needs to be replaced, we ought to replace while we got it off.
We just gotta take this guy down to the auto parts store so we can match it up with the core that they have. Hopefully we can get it really soon, really quick, and we can get this whole thing put back together. Because this started with an idler, we ended up with a water pump and a pulley and everything else, but at least you're wearing a tux or a suit.
You know, like I said, sometimes you just gotta dress up, make yourself feel good.
All right, we just went and dropped off the water pump over at the mechanic shop so that they can match it to the parts that we're looking for. At this point, to give an update of what we're gonna be doing, we're putting a new idler in here, we're putting a new tensioner in, we're putting the 2 pulleys up here, a new water pump, and a new fan clutch. I think that's about it. We are gonna investigate the oil inside of the intercooler. What we're gonna be doing is I'm gonna clean out the entire system. We're gonna check the turbo for any oil that's in there and make sure that that's all clean just to see if it is an old thing or a new thing. I was talking to Badge about this issue, and he said that there's a lot of times he sees mechanics, they'll change out the turbo, but they won't necessarily clean out the entire system. They'll just get the oil out of the bottom and stuff. So I don't want to go too far into that and make Dale get a new turbo if he doesn't need it. So we're going to investigate that before anything. It's not going to be the end of the world to do that later because the turbo is way back here and is accessible from the inside of the bus. So we can put all this back together and we can still do those testing later. But Dale's bus at this point, we just want to get this thing all covered up, get all the different, open parts of the engine covered up. Wait to hear a call from the mechanic, I guess.
There you
Got
go.
anything to say, Dale, about, we went from, like I said, we went from an idler to that.
Unfortunately for the idler, we'd had to go to that pretty much anyway. So it's good to find all of this now, not fix one thing and then 2 months later have something else go bad and have to take it all back out. If there's a bright side to this, we're getting it all done. It'll all be in good shape, and hopefully, it won't give me any problems for years to come.
But now that we have Dale's bus completely kind of figured out of what we have to do, and we have Gina's bus completely figured out what we have to do, and Ivan at this point, I just got confirmation, literally as I'm filming this, my dad texted me and said that the mechanics called and said the transmission's on its way to Colorado. It will show up sometime in early October. Ivan is moving forward in that way, so I mean, I think we should actually do is just go take Navi, the only bus that's actually working, and just go on a trip and leave these guys here all stranded. But with both these buses kind of ripped apart, we're gonna have to put them back together in another video, but for this one, I'm gonna call it here because I gotta clean all these tools up before it starts raining. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Definitely did not go the direction I thought this video was gonna go. Sometimes it goes way deeper than you think. But in another video, we'll be putting this back together, get moving on Dale's bus on the inside, and keep Gina moving along. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll see you next time.